What should I be saying?
What do you want to be saying? That is the better question. You haven't been a while. You know, it's been a while since you were featured in the Arclea cinematic universe. How do you wish to present yourself to potential new viewers?
Whoa, guys, it's time to check out this new Gauntlet. How is everyone doing? Is that good?
No.
Am I doing good being a streamer?
No. Very cringe.
That sucks.
I'm kidding. I'm sure that some
Listen,
people
I'm
enjoy
used to
that.
this. I didn't enjoy it.
It's okay, me neither. At least we can, you know, we can both agree on that.
Well, at least consistent, you know?
Yeah, consistency, that's key. Hello chat, how's it going? Welcome. I have a special guest today.
Wait, we do?
Well, yeah, we have you.
I thought I was streaming.
Oh, my bad,
Today.
my bad. Yeah, no, you're actually the streamer, I'm the special guest. Sorry, I've a bit confused on my end.
Yeah, we have a special guest today, guys. Yeah, can you say something, please, for the people at home? Can you please look in and start talking?
I'm
please?
dying, I'm choking.
That sucks. But we're live. You have to sort that stuff out before we go live.
I'm sorry. Hello chat, how's it going? Welcome to stream, everybody. We're actually back. Yesterday was the test stream. Today we're actually back. We have a gauntlet ahead of us. We have a new and improved gauntlet TM.
How do you even find out that there's a new gauntlet? Do you just have to check every day? Or is it like announced somewhere?
I think people check every day, and
That's crazy.
and then people say it on like Twitter and like Discord, and then that eventually gets around to me.
Wild.
Welcome to the stream. We started with Leah dying too. Hi Maddie, how's it going? And yeah, hello everybody. Hello Leitanimori, how's it going? Apologies for the chaotic start. I did indeed choke and die. Rejoice for those that wanted to. Yeah, my bad. I'm
She's
just
better.
I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna keep it to myself. Came back. Yep. So yeah, we are vibing today. We are doing the big chillers. New gauntlet came out while I was away. So all of you have probably already experienced this. Hello Skyward, how's it going? All of you have probably experienced this already, but I haven't, so I need to experience this. And as you know, I've completed I've completed every single gauntlet so far. I usually give my thoughts on them when they come out. Obviously, a lot of other older ones you haven't seen my thoughts on because they're old. But now we have the treasure gauntlet. New release. And it starts with a legendary level called Avarinth by Mirakatsi, a friend of the channel, who we know very well. Now, let's get things started, shall we? We'll be doing a lot of first impressions today as well. It's gonna probably be like a longer-ish stream, and that's why we have a companion to help us on the route.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I used to have a rule with so I have it with event levels now because they're limited time only. That I would always get the coins. However, for gauntlets, I decided to give up on that rule and just not do coins anymore. I'll do them if I think they're fun, but don't expect me to get the coins. So Avarinth is really cool. I really like this level. I was really surprised when I got the legendary. I was not expecting it. It is a very awesome level though. Whee! So actually, I forgot that that's not how you get the coins, so I'm dead. Wait, what? Oh, I'm in practice. Didn't you make a video on this level? Yeah, I did post it as a level archives. About a month ago, I think. Or I don't know, when did the level archive start? I feel like it's been like a month.
This level was archived.
Yeah, it was the second one ever.
It's an archived level.
Yep, it's gone forever.
Which is, in a way, more prestigious than a Gauntlet. I think there's more Gauntlet levels than archived levels.
I think I think that is the case right now. I don't know if that'll forever be the case, but it is the case currently.
As of currently, true. So, you know, supply and demand, they're worth more. In my opinion.
I will say, I think a big part of why I like this level so much is also the song being very nostalgic to me. I really like the song. Or just Envy songs in general. They're kind of awesome. There we go. We did it. Woohoo! Yippee! Yay! Alright. Next up, we have... I guess we won't know. We had... Oh! Ooh! Floodfall? Yo. We have a lot of really cool friends that are a part of this level. And I'm dead. Ooh, we got plenty of levels in this gauntlet. Hell yeah.
I can think of like 2 cool people in this level.
I can think of like 3.
I will not say who.
Dude, fucking VHL media player is such a goated creator. I do not remember this level, chat. I've played it when it released, and I have not played it since, so...
I don't remember if I played this level when it came out. I think I maybe did.
Oh my god, sub-pixel part? Oh, I have died. The subby pixel?
Yeah, not readable. Sad.
I don't actually think he made the gameplay for that. Maybe he did, I don't know. It does kind of...
I mean, this...
It is still
I
his
think
fault, though.
readability is a decoration thing.
No, but it's also a gameplay thing when you really think about it. When it comes to sub-pixel,
Yeah, it's
at
a
least.
both. It's a both thing.
I don't know why this
Answer
part
to readable
specifically...
gameplay is a sub-pixel thing.
Yeah. I don't know why
This is true.
VHL's part like really reminds me of like Sonic the Hedgehog, like in terms of the art style. I don't know why. There's something about it that is giving Sonic the game. I think the song also is giving very Sonic, so. Whee! Oh. Okay, so it's just that click that is weird. But to be fair, it's not weird. You just click right away as a portal. It just doesn't sync to anything.
Why
so
did
cute.
the background, I presume, Casey's remind you of Nazis stuff? I think that's actually a very similar style that Casey did. Then
to be fair, yeah, I think the
Nuts
background
also
is
did in Duckstep.
partly made by Casey and the Subpixel. Both of them worked on it. I think it's most so the
If I
composition.
remember, it's like Casey drawing. Yeah.
The composition is very much similar to that.
Yeah, and also it's very perspective-y, I think.
You don't see very much.
Which is also something that Nuts has been doing recently. And not a lot of people choose for GD levels because it's not the default choice.
To be fair, it has been done like before. Nuts did it with Duckstep and like,
yeah, of course.
It has been done before, but I do think that it is more memorable. The Nuts level
it's in recent memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically here and now.
In Astrolabe, there's also quite a few backgrounds that are also very much in perspective, like yours or Blooming. Different perspective, of course, but still very much in perspective.
Yeah, yeah. I think perhaps I've been imprecise. I think that G levels by default like lend themselves really well to like 1 point perspective.
Yeah.
Is what people always do. With planes mostly facing the camera.
Yeah.
And sometimes, but not as often, people go for more complex options, which are not as immediately well suited for GD.
Yeah. You can think of like the Undertides background that Casey made, like it is very much
for example.
It is very much also in perspective. Like Casey is very much known, like as of the past 2 years or so.
Casey does always do.
Wow. Even like Casey's background in Next Capsule as well, very much in perspective too.
Yeah, it's extremely so.
Yeah.
It does create some, in my opinion, some dissonance with Skepler's background.
I agree.
In that part, it's all over. I think most of Casey's recent outputs. It's in his Revere part.
That is true.
It's in Chupacabra.
It is also in Chupacabra. Yeah, it's actually in everything. Even in like fucking even in Who I Know, it's also in perspective. I'm just realizing this now.
Yep. It is just a feature of his style.
Casey just likes doing stuff in perspective. I think it's a fun little quirky thing that Casey has been enjoying. There you go. This ship reminds me of the Pewds level. Oh, sure. I don't think I've seen it before. That's cool.
I think I know what you're talking about. I see the vision. I see the vibe. I don't remember the Pewds level enough to say. Really.
I don't think I do either.
But the vague recollection I have of it does match, even if it is.
The last part looks like the last part in Astrolabe. Well, it's because it was made by a couple people who also.
No, it was not made by.
It was made by a couple people, like Casey. Actually, Casey was not in Astrolabe, so. Okay, wait, hold up.
It's not connected.
It's nobody actually made that part.
Whatever.
I do think it's funny running the bit of like the part does not exist, but also it was made by some mysterious entity.
I mean, parts don't just appear. I think someone has to make them.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Some kind of force has to come in and act upon the editor to make the part happen.
This was very fun. It gives Rock Club vibes. Like it gives a wannabe main level. This is not an
like the colors here.
I
think they're pretty vibrant and they come across they get across the very playful vibe.
Yeah. Right. Oh, there's a spike there.
Works well with the default assets, I think. That sort of vibe.
But also the progression. The progression feels very Rob-Dubby. Very like Dash inspired.
Oh yeah. I would say so.
Oh, I don't know what's happening. Never mind. I like the gameplay so far. Okay, it's a bit hard to keep track of the player right now, but
yeah, there's stuff like all over the camera.
Yeah, the camera's moving.
You have to
switch
that's where you're looking all over the screen a lot. I think whereas the rest of the level so far has been very out more legible, I think, and I think that's also
It had
like
dynamic
an
cameras,
element
but it was pretty good.
of wrapped up design, yeah, which is the gameplay was very straightforward,
Yeah.
which is less so is in the later parts here. It's fine. I mean,
No, I think
it's
the
a
last part was
different
good.
design approach.
It was just like that one part that was a little bit iffy to read, but I think I learned it.
Yeah. I just think it wasn't as immediate.
Yeah, I agree. I think it could do without the indicators though. But I also think the spikes could also maybe be a different color. Or maybe less small at times. It does feel sometimes like the spikes are really small and you can't see them. Oh. I keep clicking there, but for some reason it's not taking my input. I'm confused as to why. I died there too in practice mode.
I do feel like the indicators aren't necessary, but they would bring this level up by like a star or two easily.
Yeah,
it would be fine, but it would make it so the player dies a couple times before they get everything, which I think is not always desirable for people.
Okay, if you click with player 2, it skips the cutscene at the beginning. I don't know which one's player 2, I forgot it. Is it like arrow keys or WASD? I forgot. Which is player 2? Yeah, like here, the spikes are very small.
Why are people against indicators? I am actually a lot more pro indicators than I think most people I know.
I think indicators can be very, very good if they're really well integrated. But in here, this part is like whole red, it's like lava, and then there's just blue indicators. And it's like, I understand that they have to be blue because if they're not blue, then it's impossible to see them. But also, they just don't fit in the environment at all, and they feel very out of place and very random. There's a difference between needed indicators and the indicators should integrate themselves into the environment, in my opinion. You see it a lot with like design levels, where like indicators are just air deco, and it's like, yeah, that works really well because they're serving a purpose. But a lot of the time, people just slap indicators and make them like the most. Actually, ciao, we're taking a small break. Oh, what's this level called? I beat it recently. It was this one. Here's an example of a level that, in my opinion, did a little bit much with the ending. Oh wait, they removed it. Wait, hold up. Oh, and then, okay, okay, there we go. So these are the indicators. Like, I feel like even if the indicators are there, they don't really feel like they belong in this level. They kind of look a little bit off, which I understand why they like have the option to do it now.
In fairness, I don't think I actually agree fully.
Wait, hold up. There's a part specifically that they're just okay. Like sometimes they work, but sometimes they don't. Like here, they work super well.
I think they match the style of this level, not the worst. They are very like noticeable.
Here.
Which I guess they should be, but they are big.
Like the shapes just don't work really well. Like using circles here
doesn't match.
Like it's like sometimes they work, you know. Like in the UFO part, they work really well, and like even in the white part, they also work really well. But it's about knowing when to use them, and also I think they made them smaller. They were way bigger than this before.
It's a level of detail thing, I think, in the small part. Because yeah, the blocks were very thin, and very I like the correct adjective right now.
Yeah, in here they look good. I think they were way
Yeah.
bigger before, but maybe I'm
I think
tripping.
the structuring also allows them to. I don't think they work nearly as well in the UFO part.
I think they were fine here. And obviously not as well as the previous part, but they were fine.
Nah. But I think my issue with the indicators might actually be an issue with the structuring of the part altogether.
I see. So like in here, for example, like I'm not saying the indicators here are bad. I'm just saying that the indicators that are used right now are one, too much, and two, don't fit. So it's like
they would be good if they were half the size.
Yes, and if they were maybe a different shape and a different color. So this is what I mean sometimes by like, oh, I would rather this part not have indicators or change the indicators. It's very often like, oh yeah, I just think like a better job could have been done to make the indicators feel a little bit more fitting, you know?
I think that if you don't need the indicators, you should consider not using them. I would go.
I also feel like if you need the
further
indicators,
in that direction,
then you should probably rework your game design.
And yeah, that's another thing. There's a lot of people who would tell you that if you're at any point where an indicator would be useful to you, you've designed your gameplay wrong. Which I don't think that's like.
I don't fully agree with that, but
far.
there's like a fine line there. There's like, hey, like there's moments where indicators are very useful if like the intention is to like, you know, mislead the player, or like, you know, like if you're trying to have like a way to showcase a specific thing right now. It's like for right now, I am not looking at the indicators because I'm not paying attention to them. But like for example, in that arrow right there with the spider like trick orb, that was really good. That was a good indicator because it fits thematically. It shows me where I have to go. Like it's a good thing that doesn't it's not actually needed. You know that you have to click that spider orb, but it helps. Same with these orbs. Like you know you have to click them, but it's good to have them here.
In these examples, they kind of serve as an extension of the UI element that the orbs are. They kind of, yeah, they make the orbs more prominent on the screen, while still the design is made in such a way that it feels like part of the orb, rather than a separate thing, which allows you to get away with more in terms of not matching the environment.
Yeah. I'm gonna practice this one again. I'll do another interesting one. Like, in here at the beginning, I think they work sometimes. But, like, I feel like it's maybe a little bit much at times.
I feel like for this part could get away with just removing them, plain straight out.
I think the gameplay is clear enough.
I think the structures are legible enough and the gameplay is straightforward enough. Same with this part. Like these jumps are very obvious and very easily telegraphed.
However, I do think the indicators here are good. I think in this part, I think they're kind of not needed, but they're very useful.
They're solid. They match the color scheme as well. They are visible still because of their movement.
Like here, why are they?
And they are helpful.
Why are they blue here? Like, I think all of the indicators, like these arrows, for example, like telling you where to go, those are good because those are part of the decoration. It matches and all of that. But
they're deco, they fill out the composition.
But you have blue here, and you also have the green. You have two types of indicators. You have the blue arrows and also the green arrows. Like that's and also the normal arrows. And you have three, yeah.
You have three. It's the whole like RGB.
Yeah, it's like why do you need three indicators to tell the player to go up and down? You know, I feel like just the structuring.
Yeah, and also the
enough.
structures itself. I think you can easily count them as a fourth indicator because they are enough.
This one's really good. Yeah, these are really good because these are just extensions of the orb. I think this part definitely uses its indicators like as a crutch, because this part is very hard to read.
Yeah, this part is very chaotic, and I think if you're making stuff that looks chaotic, I think you should make sure that all the structures are, well, more visible than they are, more like discernible at a glance. Their shape from the the environment around them.
Yeah, that's
So you would want to make them like a bit darker maybe than the background, so you can just know the silhouette.
Mm-hmm. And it's not like it's a particularly hard like section. You just go up and down and like back up again. Like it is like very, very straightforward.
The thing with the gameplay is that you go from the bottom of the screen to the top of the screen very fast.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot. So you have to. It also impacts readability because you have to change where you're looking all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing that like you have to account for. Or well, you can account for. If you want to like up your legibility game, your level design game. Something you can pay attention to if you want.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's 3 indicators in that one. Aside from that, though, I did think this level was really fun. I do think that, like, except for that one part making the level less fun, the rest of the level is still very, very fun. So, it's a little bit how I feel about Button Masher, where, like, most of the gameplay is good, and that there's one part that kind of is way too messy and, like, unreadable, which, like, ups the difficulty for no reason, and then the rest of the level is just fine. Yeah, I can kind of see the resemblance to Heave Ho. It definitely has like, I mean, it's
got both.
It's pirate themed. It uses like pixel blocks, you know.
It is pirates. There's boats. There's water in boats. And
they do that in
explosions. Yeah, that makes sense.
And some of the colors chosen are also like Heave Ho also use similar colors, so.
I see. I can say that I remember Heave Ho enough to be able to tell.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate that.
Okay, let's actually lock in and beat this. It's a 9-star. I shouldn't be struggling with this. What the heck? My goat is washed.
Farmers be like.
Me when I take my goat to the shower. I think the use of area triggers is also pretty nice. They have like a very good, like it's very dynamic. I like that.
Mm.
It matches the song pretty well. Mostly in the first part.
Yeah. Go, give me back.
No, I've been through this before. Like I'm zero locked in right now.
So you should be maybe a bit more.
Yeah, my bad. I probably should have talked while also playing. But like, it's a 9-star. You know, what's like the worst thing that could happen?
You can play it again.
That's true, and it's a pretty fun level, so I wouldn't really mind playing it again.
Yeah, it's solid.
Hey guys, I did it. Goodbye, Luminous. Have a great rest of your day. Take it easy. Yeah, this was a fun level. I liked it. It had some really cool elements to it. Big rant going over the indicators, but overall pretty fun level. I liked it. Yeah.
It was a fun conversation topic.
Yeah.
I think.
Descend into the depth and traverse the treacherous tunnels. Ooh.
Thanks to whoever in chat pointed out. Well, ask about it.
Rafer themed level. Like a Rafer style.
Rafer theme.
Racer slide. I'm tired, okay? I've had a long day.
I think that's just a really funny phrase.
Rafer. If Rafer, but not Rafer. Honestly, this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's Rafer. If Rafer was like someone else, it's like a different person.
I can very much understand the appeal of Rafer. I'm just not a big fan of Rafer's gameplay.
I never could get very into a lot of their levels because I found them confusing.
Yeah, me too.
That was happening.
Me too. I do find them very confusing. But I think that's the appeal. I find them very hard to keep track of what is actually going on.
I think that can be fun. And probably is. Like, all the time.
Is this an Endstrider song, chat? It feels like an Endstrider song. Like, it feels like a Windflap there. Yep, it is. Well... Yeah, like that, for example. Like, that whole section, no clue what the fuck happened there, but I was just going.
Yeah, you can get through it.
It is
you
an
can
Endstrider song.
figure out when to click, and then stuff just kind of happens around you.
Yeah, this is another one of those cases of like the indicators kind of carry the gameplay. I think it was a lot better at the beginning though. This part is really like easy to read.
Yeah, because we haven't gotten to the drop yet.
No. I've included this drop. Like, this is technically... Like, this is good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it's like the climbing intensity makes it so that you have to increase the number of things happening, you know, over time. And at some point, it just...
That's part is confusing.
It's a skill issue on my part. But it does exceed my mental capabilities.
Okay, this is what I mean by this composition is weird because obviously you have to click here and then go back up, but then you hit here. So like the way that this is structured is very like confusing because like very obviously the things that you have to do is very simple. You just click twice and then click the orb at the end. But the way that it's structured makes it look like you're supposed to maybe go down here, but then obviously there's spikes here, so where do you go? So you look back up, but then there's a slope, and then it's like, okay, well, you know, it's just not a typical movement that you usually would do. But like once you actually learn it, you're like, okay, it's super simple. I think here's where the level kind of starts losing me in terms of sight reading. Like I really...
Yeah, this is like the second upping of the ante.
It doesn't totally lose me, but I can't, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on in the background. I'm just like trying to get through it.
Yeah, there's like a creature.
They've just released the layout for Cascade, the sequel to Waterfall. What is Waterfall?
I thought that level was a sequel. Something. I don't know what.
Wait, Waterfall? Am I misremembering something?
I don't know. I don't think it is actually. It just felt like
No. What is Waterfall?
I
don't know what Waterfall is.
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of just guessing.
Waterfall by Cherry Team? Oh, okay. Cool.
Never heard of it.
I hope that they make a cool sequel. Yeah, actually, no, I did think that was a sequel also. Now that you mention it. Is this like the third level in the series, or it was Waterfall the first one? I do not keep up with Team Cherry, so I don't know what I don't know what they're up to. Is it a cool layout? Because I did see Cherry made a really cool layout.
Does it go crazy? Awesome sauce?
Yeah, it's the one that has like all of the I forget the word for it. The shapes that are the same shapes and repeat infinitely. Oh my god, I'm forgetting the word.
Fractals.
Yes, fractals, thank you. It's the one that has like the whole fractal theme. That layout looks really cool.
That layout also in a lot of parts lost me.
No, I agree.
For the stuff happening clause, but some of the parts were really, really cool. So.
Yeah, it had some really cool concepts. I forget what that one's called. I don't even know if it has a name yet. Oh yeah, Nebula.
I think it's one of those that's like a name with like a trillion letters.
Yeah.
That sounds cool and scientific.
Yeah, that was cool. It had some really cool ideas.
That's how you would.
Also, if you're making a sequel to Waterfall, obviously Cascade is you're right, like it's a word, but Cascade sounds so much less cool than Waterfall. I don't know if it's just me, but it doesn't sound a very appealing name. Like Waterfall, I can maybe it's okay. It's like a 6 out of 10 name, but Cascade is like a 4 out of 10. You know.
I feel like
it's like Hurricane and Cyclone, like or no Cyclone, sorry, Tornado. Like Hurricane sounds so much cooler than Tornado.
Absolutely.
Like, how
it's also like the stronger thing, right?
I think so, yeah.
It wins the power scale.
Because it was like Cyclone and Hurricane and then Tornado, and it's like no, Cyclone and Hurricane was cool, but Tornado just kind of feels doesn't feel like as cool.
Yeah, it's not like extraordinary, I think, in the way that Hurricane is. Because that's like just a weather event for a lot of people, I think.
Americans be like, yep, just another Tuesday.
Yeah, tornadoes, yeah. They have like tornado season.
They do. It's like a whole thing.
Places. Yeah. It's like... Yeah.
Oh, I died.
It's just normal.
I don't know how I died, Chad, but I died.
No deep left on the left up.
Honestly, this is a pretty decent level too. I as much as the level does require a little bit of memorization, I think that the parts that don't require memorization are fun enough to, you know, make it still a pretty enjoyable experience to sight read.
I like this level.
Very cute.
Feels chill.
Has a bunch of little goobers, and I like how their goobers look.
It captures what I think is appealing about Raver stuff. It has some of its own personality as well, I think.
Yeah. Oh.
One thing that does peeve me, actually, is the rainbow flashes. Why do people do that?
I don't know. A Pride One just ended, so...
Not great. It's like you have like a color scheme, and then you just make something full saturation and flash it every color possible. And that doesn't look very good.
I do
in my
agree
opinion.
there. I think that there's a moment for rainbows and there's a moment for not that many rainbows. And you can always like iterate on like a pulse, you know. Like she said, like you have a color scheme, you can definitely expand upon that color scheme and work with like similar hues or similar values, you know, to try to get, you know, a similar vibe but also under different lighting conditions. But to the point that, you know,
lighting is what I was going to bring into it next.
To the point where like, oh
is
yeah,
that,
this doesn't make sense anymore.
There's some, or you don't even need lighting. It's just like it breaks the color scheme, like immediately, because you're not gonna have all of them work with the color scheme unless you set up your palette specifically for it.
Yeah.
It's just not what it's done. I mean, you know,
it's not often the case.
We had like
levels.
modern levels with the rainbow cycles, and a lot of them for a while. They can pull it off.
You don't jump
sometimes.
there. I keep seeing this exclamation mark, and it makes me think that I have to jump. But the exclamation mark
like,
is just
something.
like something will happen eventually, and it's like, oh, okay.
Be careful. Look out.
Got it. I will eventually pay attention.
Yeah. It's like a road sign. You know?
Yeah, it's like telling you, hey, like eventually you'll see like a pedestrian street, you know, like a pedestrian crossing.
Yeah. Don't run someone over. is what the level is saying right now.
I will say, I do think
I
that
think that's a good idea.
the song does make me like this level quite a little bit more than I probably would if it was a different song. I do really like the song. I don't think it super matches the level, but I do like the song, so. Also, I'm surprised this isn't a demon, because this really feels like a demon. Like a very easy demon, of course, but...
This is, yeah, I think there's like a whole gray area of levels that either get rated demon or don't get rated demon based on like how robust the octopus is feeling that day.
Luck on the last level? Uh-oh. Alvaro saying that makes me scared. Alright, what's the last
There's
level
like
gonna
a
be?
lot of
Zone Pirate
of
V?
levels that either okay. Gone.
Okay. Sorry, go on. Yeah, I'll let you do your spiel. It'll take me like a couple practice runs to do this one. The gameplay of this level is, oof. It's rough.
Yeah, there's a lot of those that are both 8 stars or even like 7 stars and he's a demon at once.
Yeah, I agree.
It just can get rated either way. And do.
Wait. Okay, you do need to press it, okay. Did they update the gameplay? The gameplay feels a little bit more side readable.
Say press on it.
Yeah, I can't read that. It's going too fast.
I can read it.
Did they change the gameplay? Cause like, oh, did I do something wrong? Hold on. No. I don't know how to do. Did I not press it?
I think you had that thing that you didn't press.
I thought I did.
Yeah, the delayed punishment.
God damn it.
For this kind of meh. Oh, these are Roman numerals. This is a 5th level?
Yeah.
God damn. I thought this was Zone Pirate V.
No, but it's way cooler if it is Zone Pirate V, to be fair. I like calling it
like
Zone Pirate V.
Zone Pirate X, or like, you know, people do that.
It's like Saturn V, you know.
Yeah, no, but that's a Saturn 5.
No, it's Saturn V. Oh god, I died. Oh, I'm just okay. I have to go so early. Destroy? Okay. I feel like they changed the...
Destroy.
I feel like they changed the gameplay though. It does not feel as bad as it used to. Maybe they added indicators or something, I don't know.
Oh, chat, I know nothing about these levels. Are you implying that like all 5 of these use the same art?
I assume not, because I think this level came out pretty early in 2.2, so I assume some of them might be 2.1 levels.
I'm hearing about some asset reuse, which I think is pretty funny, if true.
Oh, they know the strat.
Yeah, it's like a level. No, chat, it's a level series. It's a level album, actually. It's like a cohesive, singular experience. You're meant to play them all 5 at once.
No, there's a 6th one.
And they like come together. 6, all 6 of them.
I think there's a 6th one. Chat, I feel like there's a 6th one. Maybe I'm misremembering. Hold up.
There's a Zone Pirate V. VI?
No, I guess there isn't. No, it's just 5. Crazy. I thought it were 6. Is this the final one, or is it really plagiarized? I mean, if they're reusing their own assets, I don't know. I don't.
It's not.
I
It's
wouldn't.
not plagiarism to reuse assets.
I wouldn't think so.
Assets.
Unless their assets are not there,
It's fine.
then it's plagiarism. But if the assets
There's
are
nothing
there,
like morally incorrect about reusing your own assets.
yeah.
I don't think that's an argument that you can make. At
I mean,
least you can collect
chat.
kind of lazy
Yeah.
if you want to.
Like at that point, like every creator has fucking reused the same like.
But that's all you can say about it.
But other people's assets is different though. That is, you know, it is not your work. You should not be taking other people's work as yours.
Yeah.
Wait, why did you turn into a robot there? You don't even jump. The robot part is auto. Sorry, I just realized that.
You can reuse your own assets for a secret alt account if you want, but then you run the risk of
Getting
being caught up for
people
it.
calling you out
Then
for
you have
plagiarism.
to leak yourself, or like, you know,
Then it's not so secret that it's an alt account.
you may get accused. And then you're gonna have to figure out the game plan for that. But again, it's not wrong. Because you did make it.
Okay. I do like these fade to black.
Yeah, they just exist in the foreground.
Yeah. So you go into nothingness and then you come back.
Yeah. The world just ends
And then it's like,
for a
okay.
bit. Then it comes back.
Yeah. I also like it's not like a quick fade to black, it's like a 3-second fade to black. It is quite cute. Honestly, I do understand why a lot of people just don't like this level, but I don't think it's that offensive of a level. I do think the gameplay's not great, and probably the part that makes me just like the gameplay, the level the most, is just the fact that it's very tedious in terms of its gameplay. But I don't know, it's fine. It's kind of whatever. It definitely does show that Will's, oh my god, has been improving a lot. I like the 1.9 fishies.
Yeah.
Those are the little fishies that we used to use in 1.9 to make fishies, and then 2.0 as well. It was,
I remember them.
yeah. Favorite Darwin level? Is it crazy that I can't think of a single one right now?
No. I mean, maybe, but I also can't.
Oh,
I was trying
Araneo
to
was
think in the back of
cool.
my head.
That's a spider one. That was cool. The purple one. That was cool. Araneo was cool. I like No Wise.
I think that I
I think
remember
those are the
of
only
Darwin
two.
levels. I don't remember what any of them are called.
Yeah, that's the thing. I
Or
think
like,
I like a lot of them just look the same kinda in my head. I'm like, oh, it's that one design low level, but with orange instead
no,
of
I
red
don't
this
think
time
so.
around. It's like,
Maybe.
I do like the recent level that they did for SGC. That one was cute. I don't think I would say it's my favorite out of theirs, but it was good. I don't know, not particularly not particularly a Darwin head over here.
Mind control. I remember that one actually.
which one
I
is
like
that
that one. That's like the black and white one.
Oh.
What was the song called?
Wait. Mind control. I could just go play it after we finish with this level.
Yeah.
But I think I know which one it is.
I was thinking about that one actually.
Wait, if it's the one that I'm thinking of, then that might be my favorite one.
I think that was the level that made of his that impacted me the most.
Is that the one that has like the rotating planet at the end? No.
I don't know.
God damn it.
No idea.
Okay, anyways, cool beans. Did I like all the other ones?
We're about to find out.
Wait, let's see. Hold up. Before we there we go. Oh, we got a chest icon. Cool. Never gonna use that. Keys. I have 25. Boom. You gotta open this one. Awesome. We got the Among Us here. Fucking swingcopter.
It's crazy. That's awesome.
Among Us. Woohoo. Where's Darwin? Okay, so somebody in chat saying degenerate.
ZTR was, I think.
Okay, let's look at this one real quick. We'll do a little Darwin check before we. Oh wait, this one actually was really good. Sorry, I completely forgot this all existed. This one actually is really good.
I remember this level. Wait, okay.
Yeah, this one's really
That's
good.
a good level.
It's a collab with Enzo, right? Or no? Is it a solo? I feel like it's a collab.
That looks answery.
Yeah, I like this part a lot. This part fucks. It's a solo? That's crazy. It looks very Enzo-y. Yeah, this part is really cool. I really like the pulses here. You know what? No, this is for sure
I
it.
think
This is for sure my favorite Darwin
wasn't
level.
this like a comeback level,
I think so.
actually.
Maybe.
Yeah.
This one's really good though. I had completely
It's good.
forgot about this level. Oh wait, no, I don't like this part. Oh wait, I remember why I forgot about this level.
How's the font? I don't like.
I don't like this part.
I saw it.
But I like the beginning of this level. But
Are we sure this isn't Ensor?
it does really feel like Ensor.
Did he like steal Ensor? Maybe to make a level.
Oh yeah, it is just Darwin. It has some cool ideas, but like that last
Darn.
part is not it. Also, that's a 9 attempt easy dude. Awesome. Okay, we also mentioned which one did we mention? Did I pass it already, Chad?
We did mention mind control.
Did I pass
No.
it? Okay, I'm looking for mind control, but there it is.
It's
Okay, yeah,
pretty
it is
long.
it is a 5-star.
Abixa. Yeah.
Yeah. This level is really cool. You mentioned that Arneo too? Yeah, but Arneo's really far back. Mini Darwin interlude before the first impressions. I know you can fall and then it just keeps going, which is really cool. I just didn't want to. Oh fuck! This part is confusing. Okay, this level is really cool. Yeah, I really like Knowise. I'm crazy because I think a lot of people really hate this level. This also is like really fun.
I think someone in chat said they didn't like it earlier.
I really like the colors.
I wasn't really crazy about design levels in this era, I guess, of them. I think that was like around the time where I was paying attention to the style the least in my GD career.
Also, the gameplay is really fun. It has some very quirky colors. Like it's very rare to see this kind of color combination of like very desaturated colors mixed with like super saturated highlights. I mean, of course, we do still see it, but we don't see it as much as we used to before.
Oh, nowadays, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like for the time it was pretty common.
Yeah, for the time, a lot of design levels were very desaturated with saturated highlights.
Yeah, that's why I got confused.
No, I mean compared to like nowadays.
Yeah.
But this part is so good. It plays so well.
I like a lot of the structuring decisions in these parts.
Mm-hmm. Death. Yeah. What am I thinking?
True ending.
What am I thinking of? There was another level. Oh, Tofor was fun. Yeah, sorry. I did not see a lot of this one. I know that this is probably the most generic Darwin level, but I really fucked with it. I don't know why. There was something about the gameplay that I really liked.
I also remember this. Okay, this is the spider level.
Yeah, this is the spider level. No, wait, no. You're supposed to.
I liked this when it came out.
No. That's not where you go. There you go. memory levels, my beloved. Yeah, this was so fun.
It's so spooky and spidery.
Come on.
Oh, that spider is rude.
Yeah, it is very rude. No, you go. Yeah, no, you just stay down. I remember this thing. There's a coin path. No, you jump over this one, but the second one is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you jump over this one, and then here's the yeah. Again, just invisible portals. No, you jump over that one. Nope. Okay. Okay, never mind, chat. This one, not as good at gameplay-wise as I remembered it.
Me when I lose the muscle memory for a memory level.
Yeah. Oh, okay, this duel. I remember this duel being hard. Never mind, it's easy. Never mind, chat, it's easy. It's just free.
Me when I still have the muscle memory for a memory level.
Yep. No, you jump.
You never enjoyed memory, who does? I
do.
ask myself that question every day.
I enjoy memory a lot. Yeah, it's a little sick. Anyway, Darwin intermission done. We'll put mind control and degenerate. I can beat degenerate. It's like it took me 9 attempts. I can for sure beat this like right now.
I think I'm just bad at the mental stuff required for memory, which is like learning the muscle memory by heart. And that's why I haven't really been into it much. It's not a very fun process for me. There's a level of satisfaction to like learning some
yeah, I think
tricks
learning
that a level has. It's like, you know, getting more familiar with it. But I don't think that's... I think like a whole memory level is a bit too far with that for me.
And that's why I kind of love and also hate Apollo 11 for that, because it has a couple memory parts that like you just have to memorize them, because it's just like you won't be getting to the level if you don't memorize them. But it's also just a skill check. So like I do love the memory parts, because once you learn them, they just become super consistent. But in these memory parts are like some really hard timings like scattered throughout, and it becomes a skill check that I'm just not good enough right now at doing, and so it gets really frustrating. Like I know how to do the part, but also I can't do it.
Yeah.
You were gonna say?
Memory parts, I also pretty quickly stop being able to play in a session. I have this with levels. I just start falling for every single fake when I get just like a little bit tired.
She does do this. I have seen it happen in real time.
Yeah. Something about like something attention deficit or whatever. I don't know.
What do you mean? That has never been an issue.
No.
I jumped over that.
I mean, that's what my psychiatrist says.
Am I bad streamer for not playing Cicada? Chat, I don't like the song. I'm gonna keep it simple with y'all. I don't care about the level because I don't like the song. Not Darwin's fault. Not a fan of the song. I would rather not play through it. It's the same kind of the same thing with like Comatose. Like I like Comatose as a level. I just don't really care for it that much because I just don't like the song. I cannot possibly think a level is peak if I just simply do not like the song that it uses, because the song is just such an important part of the level. Actually, the song is probably, in my opinion, the most important part of the level. It can absolutely make or break your level. And we have seen it before.
Most would agree.
I'm sure somebody out there would disagree. I love Glass Beach. I do too. Just not that song. I think like most other songs in that album are also fucking amazing. However, just that song is kind of the vocal performance kind of kills it for me.
Interesting.
It's the same opinion that I have of Radiohead, except for Radiohead, it's like most of their songs, I just don't like the vocal performance. I do fuck with the musicality of the songs though, for Radiohead. They do have really good songs, if you listen to like the instrumentals.
I like Radiohead altogether. I think I'm pretty open to a lot of vocals that people don't tend to like as often. I've noticed.
Yeah, I've noticed too. You have suggested me some songs before that I'm like, I feel like the vocal performance is not the greatest, but I do like the song aside from that, so. But I am also very picky with Dad. I actually, like, I can kind of ignore, not ignore, but I can put aside like mid-production or mid-mixing in terms of the song, like the music, but if it's like, oh, the vocals are poorly mixed, or like the vocal performance is just not good, then it's like, oh, that's GG's for me.
Yeah. By the way, could you give me an example of like a recommendation that I gave you? Just curious. If you would classify that way.
God, there's that one album that you sent to me a while back.
Listened to anything I suggested.
That's not true. You sent me that one album. What was it called? God, it was a while ago.
I don't
know. Shush. Give me a second. Let me think about it. I'm forgetting what the name of the album was, but you sent me an album a while back, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll listen to this eventually. I did actually listen to it.
Never told me.
Well, okay, my bad.
So you don't have to.
Right.
I'm happy that you did. You cared enough for my recommendation to actually go and listen to it.
I forget what it's called. Oh, it was called The Weight of the World. I got it.
Oh, this is the album.
Yeah, this is the album. There was a couple songs there that I was like, I'm not the biggest fan of the vocal performance. And this also applies to artists that I do like. Like Jane Remover, I do actually like her music a lot. Did not like the vocal performances in Revenge Seekers. They were just not great. But I did like Revenge Seekers, so I still like quite a few of the songs.
I do like that album.
Yeah.
It's a really nice album.
But I was not the biggest fan of... Like, I was a way bigger fan of Frailty. Like, that was a really good album.
I think I have a somewhat mixed relationship with all three of her albums. Now I think of it. They're all really good, though.
True, and real.
There's just some things about them. All of them that, like...
Atlusky. Yeah, like the Jane Remover. Like, there's plenty of examples. Even like with artists that I really like for example, like I don't think this is a hot take, but I really feel like Smile by Porter Robinson was just not as good, like compared to well, Nurture, obviously, but even Nurture. Worlds, in my opinion, I actually really liked Worlds more. I still liked Smile, of course, but I do think that some of the songs like just kind of feel too poppy for me.
Yeah, I've noticed that I think I'm in the minority for really liking it. Still.
No, I mean, I still really like it. I'm not saying I don't, but I'm it's mostly
actually,
like
I think my relationship with Smile is that I don't really go and listen to it, but if I put like my like songs and one of the songs from it comes on, I'm really happy. I'm really happy to listen to one song from Smile.
I don't think I've played the actual album of Smile in maybe like 5 months. But if the songs do come on like all the time. On my like when I play like my like songs. I think the only one that I actively seek out is Mona Lisa. But aside from that, like if they come on,
there's a bunch that I do. I think there's like 2 songs that I don't on that album. I don't feel very happy with.
I know people hated Year of the Cup, but like I actually think it's fine.
I think it's pretty good.
I don't think it's the worst song on the album.
I really, really like Year of the Cup. I have a soft spot for songs with like
okay, no, hello Cube, you can't say
like really lengthy vocal samples, like talking.
Hello Cube, you can't say that because that song just sounds like a Nurture song. So like it's basically not even a Smile song.
It's on the album.
No. It's a Nurture Plus song.
Yeah, whatever. You're just mad that he put a good song on the album.
Yeah, I mean, Mona Lisa is like amazing. It's a great song. Fresh Children did a fucking incredible.
It is. It is a great song.
But that's not the one that I'm referring to anyway. But like, there are great songs in Smile. This is not as solid as like both Nurture and Worlds, in my opinion.
I think my thing with all 3 of his albums, I really like all of the songs except like 2 of them.
I think that's
I
how
also
most
have
people feel.
Nurture, that like some of them kind of, I get tired of the aesthetic. For some of them, I find some of the Nurture songs also don't do enough with it for me.
No, I agree. I mean,
satisfy me.
It's
there's some of them that's like lack their own identity within the scope of the album.
Fully agree.
The context of the album.
Actually, the funniest thing is, one of my
and
favorite songs.
Words, there's some songs that I straight up just don't like.
One of my favorite songs from Nurture is a song that I actually didn't used to like at the start, which was Dolcite. It is a fantastic song. I've come to like learn to love it over time, but it's one of those songs that like originally, when I started like listening to the album, is just, you know.
This is the best song.
Does ST Cubig?
Oh, rip.
Conversation of 2 cover. No way. Anyways, Chad, welcome to the first impression segment, which might go and become its own YouTube video going forward. Because people have been asking me to make the first impressions into YouTube videos, so I'm probably just gonna clip them and keep the first impressions clip as like a, you know, actual videos.
Oh, are we not allowed to like talk to chat?
No, we're allowed to talk to chat. Yeah. It's not like a professional.
YouTube will
it's basically like a clip, right? I am giving Chad the context, but
yeah.
Second impression soon. True. You know what, Chad? Maybe we'll do like a Nurture and Smile album review. You know, on stream. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things
We're
about
gonna
this
make like
level.
a RIM account and start yapping on there.
I've heard a lot of good things about this level. I also know that the Cubing, the Cubing make the cover of it. This is a pretty cool level from what I've heard. Everybody's saying that it is definitely Wyatt's best work. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I do like Wyatt's other works, but and mostly in collabs for the most part. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I have actually not seen much of it yet. I've only seen the thumbnail from the Vibrant video, and that's about it. So let's get right into it, shall we? Let's put the headphones recommended. I should probably play.
I have seen this level, so I'm going to like maybe talk later and let you have your impressions.
Should we get the wait, chat? Should we get the Nong or should we play with the remix? Is the cover good? Is the ST Cubig cover good? Actually, could you go do that in the meantime? Since you're not doing much, could you go get me the song file?
I like just the Sweet Trip song,
Yeah, like
or like from somewhere.
As I don't know, yeah, because everybody in chat's saying Nong, so you know what? I'll just go get it. I'll just go get it, Chad.
Okay, you can go get it.
It's yeah. Sweet Trip. I do know this song, by the way. It is
I love Sweet Trip.
It's an
They're so
amazing
good.
song.
Minus like their 2021 album.
Well,
I love that one.
The other 2010. Actually, no, wait. This was from the remaster, right? Yeah, it is from the remaster. Okay.
Same shit, I think.
I don't think so. I think the quality is way better.
Oh, chat I think is hearing the sirens from my microphone.
Yeah, they are. I can hear them too, to be fair.
I live in a place where stuff
you live
drives
in a place
by near me often.
What's my daily calorie intake?
Or
at least 2. I'd like to say
15 calories.
As much as there is in a whole loaf of bread, I would like to say. Not like I eat a whole loaf of bread in a day, but I would say about that.
Just like an equivalent.
Yeah.
Someone who eats an entire loaf of bread would be eating the same amount of food as you.
Exactly.
But it would be different food.
Exactly.
It would be very different food.
Well, not very different, I would like to say, you know. Like, mildly different.
It would be absolutely not be a whole loaf of bread, is what I'm hearing.
It would be like most of a loaf of bread, to be fair.
Okay. And then?
Okay. Well, you know, some other stuff.
Bread?
Yeah, like you know, like yummy stuff. Okay, this is the ID.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you consider bread yummy?
I do. I like bread.
Okay, I see. Just wanted to check.
Okay, chat, we have the song file. I think. Hopefully we don't get the stream turned off.
Yeah, co-signed.
I feel like there's another Sweep Trip song that was used in GD.
There's like a Winter level with Prolovad.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. I really like that song.
It is a good song. I love BDC. It's one of my favorite albums. Darkness by Poke. There's one that uses milk, I think.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that
like
is
an old
true.
level. That's like a Riley level, isn't it? And like Unwoke and I think someone else. I don't remember. Yeah, there is a Deafy level with disco, or there was like one part of it.
Oh, okay, don't jump there. Thank you. I like the usage of God damn, it's lagging. I like the usage of the very traditional indicators for actual indicators. It is a bit laggy. Also, is that wall? No, that's... Oh my god, that's Sector House.
Yes, VR, you're missing out. Look at you. You fool.
This song is so good. bit laggy, unfortunately, but it is still very enjoyable. Oh my god. Oh, okay, that kills you. Got it. Okay, I see. Don't know how to feel about that gameplay decision, because your brain is not focused on the foreground elements, and they don't look like they're in the same plane. But I play with 360. No, I'm a 60 Hz player. Okay, I can definitely see the Jujito, the Jujito parts. And I don't mean like specifically like which parts they made, but mostly like the influence that they had on this level and the direction. It definitely also shows that like why it had their own like vision too, or not their own vision, but like their own apport to the level. Like it's very apparent to me that both people worked equally on this level. Is what I mean.
It's very cool, I think. That's about it.
Yeah.
You can see both of them.
Yeah, you can see both creators. Like, you can see both of their own unique takes into different aspects of this level, but it doesn't clash with each other. I think that they blend together really, really well. Also, I will say, very good use of gradients and glow for environmental lighting. It is very, very good. Oops, sorry. It's very, very nice. I think a lot of levels, like, sometimes use glow as a crutch to hide a lot of the flaws in their designs, but this one really doesn't need the glow. It just uses it as a complement to really, like, make it shine, quite literally. It very much feels like an extra addition that, like if you remove the glow, it definitely would you would definitely notice it. Like, it is definitely a very important part of the level, but it doesn't hold like the level, you know? Like, it doesn't carry the whole level. I think the level could still be very good without it. I think
with those kinds of considerations, always, as you said, the glow is an integral part of the atmosphere, but it is not the only aspect, and all of the aspects of the level do work together quite well, and all of them do play off of each other, but none of them feel like a crutch in any way.
Well, I disagree with that statement, actually, because I do think that the art style is definitely a crutch. For a lot of people, the art style is either going to be something that you absolutely adore or something that you absolutely hate. And the fact that the art style is so out there in terms of its, like, uniqueness. Like, it's not an art style you see very often in GD. Like, I think it's very rare that you see an art style like this. I think Skywalker kind of has, and well, used to. I don't know if Skywalker still makes levels, but they used to have an art style kind of similar to this. And like Jujito, over time, you've seen it with their past levels, like, kind of explore more. And of course, there's other creators out there that also kind of have been exploring this style. But it's kind of become to the point that it has carved its own niche. And, like, whether you love or hate this, it will very much dictate how you feel about, like, it's the style. The art style will very much dictate how you feel about the level. Because it's very inconsistent at times, which can be an appeal, you know? Like, right here, the art style is incredibly different. Even though it has elements that are very similar, like the statues in the foreground or the plant in the pots, you know, still kind of similar. But
I think here, the level definitely plays off the contrast.
Yeah, it clashes with each other.
The juxtaposition.
But in a good way,
I should say.
Yeah, it's complementary instead of you know, like, they're not one, like, the art styles are not competing in each other to see which one is best. They're just kind of both working off of each other and being like, hey, I'm doing this, you're doing that, but, like, let's do it in a way that works well when we put them both together. And I think that's actually really cool. You could also kind of see that with Echo Delta. That's another level that mixes multiple styles pretty well together, I think. Mostly sort of punch and in Defi, I think both of them together, their style is really like you can tell which one is which, but they merge really well together when put into context.
Yeah, I think they have some similarities in their styles that were able to make Echo Delta very, very interesting next to each other. I think it's a good combination that I don't think a lot of people were thinking of.
Did I see Porter Robinson in the background? I will say, I do think that, and I also kind of felt this way with Out of Place. Again, both are levels that I still really like, both this and Out of Place. I do feel like it kind of relies a little bit too much on it, though. I do wish that, because the vision is very strong and the direction is very, very good, and it's very clear like what they were trying to do. But I think that the uniqueness of the art style starts losing a little bit of its impact the more that it gets used. Obviously not for everybody, but for me personally, like this city right here, I cannot look at the city background without thinking of a city background that is pretty similar in terms of like ideas, maybe not in composition and actual details, but in terms of ideas to that one in Out of Place. Same thing with like the clouds here, for example, like very similar cloud texture used as in Out of Place. So it's like to the point that, you know, a lot of people will just start calling this Out of Place 2 or stuff like that, and I don't think it's a good thing to rely on that. But maybe going forward, we can see like a little bit more of a difference in terms of like the way that these creators approach similar ideas. Because, like, for example, I think my favorite Jujeta level is Folie, which is very, very different from most of the stuff that they've been doing, like Pluto or this or Out of Place. And I don't know, it's very different. It's definitely really cool to see this art style, but I don't want them to just milk this art style and kind of see it as a, you know, how would I explain this more? As a, like a crutch. I don't want them to think of it as a crutch.
I just realized that the question in chat posed to Arclea's friend is probably me. I'm not. I mean,
you are my
probably
friend.
Not a good. Yeah, I think we're friends. Someone asks if I'm good at the game. By your standards, probably not.
I mean, no, by most people's standards, you're very good at the game.
Yeah, most people, as in like 99% of people on Earth.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, like, no, but
in
even like GD players.
Not really.
Yeah, most of the community can't beat an Extreme Demon. You can.
I can't.
You literally beat an Who I Know, which is borderline Extreme Demon.
It's not.
Well, whatever. It's whatever.
It's like 30 seconds.
Yeah, but it is still like really
insane
hard.
demon gameplay, I think.
No, it's Extreme Demon gameplay for sure. But since it's so short, that's why it's insane.
No.
It doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Even then, beating an insane
yeah,
demon is
no,
still
not
pretty
in the
impressive.
way where I have like a hardest that matters at all, you know? I don't really put my attention towards playing in the game, ever. Or maybe I have like a week-long phase once every week where I'll set my sights on like a hard demon or like an insane demon and go for it.
Okay, let's do one
And
more
either beat it
practice
or
run.
not beat it.
Let's do another practice run because I am forgetting the ending of the level, and I definitely feel like I haven't talked too much about the gameplay. Though I'm not a super big fan of like some of the gameplay decisions. I think it's mostly very good, but I don't like how obstructive it gets at times. It has very odd composition in some parts that makes it so that it's really hard to actually see like what you're supposed to be doing. So I guess it's not necessarily gameplay decisions, it's more when it comes to composition in that case, but I might need to go into LDM at some point, chat, unfortunately. It is lagging a lot, but I wonder why. Because it doesn't look like it has a lot of objects.
I need to go close my window, actually, chat. Be right back.
No, you don't jump there. So you land here. Okay, so and you jump. See, like here, for example, like I don't even know like what is happening here because there's no point during this entire section that this is visible. So I don't love that. It doesn't like ruin the level, but I do think it could have been improved if the composition worked a little bit better with the gameplay. Yeah. Same with this part. This part feels very freeform, but at the same time, you actually do have to like stay relatively confined, and the camera moving around doesn't necessarily make it easy to read. But again, as you can see, it's not too bad. You can still get through it. Okay, this part is very laggy. So for sure, for this part, I will have to use LDM. Okay, I understand that part now. Oh, okay, don't click that one too early. And that's when it ends. Okay, got it. Awesome. We did it. They don't have a high object, but they are lag and makes them unplayable. What exactly causes the lag? For the most part, no, actually, that is not true anymore.
Other stuff.
Okay, you're just saying random things. For the most part, the things that cause the most lag in the game currently are shaders and also area triggers. Those are the two biggest causes of... It's not also true. Those are the biggest sources of lag in the game, like by far. It's not even comparable.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think rotation is like the only one of the normal triggers that like causes a lot of lag still, because it's still rotation. Scale is surprisingly a little bit better than rotation. I don't know why. But yeah, apparently scale is not as bad as rotation. But if a project has like a lot of particles or a lot of shaders or a lot of area triggers or like a lot of rotations, then in that case, you know, they start like building up and adding to the memory and like eating up memory, which causes lag. The other reason as to why is because assets aren't unloaded. So if you use, for example, like link visible or like different like, you know, different things like what is it called, hitbox, like the hitbox accuracy one, what is it called? Chat, help me out here. Extend hitbox, I think it's called. If you use those start taking more resources, and if you don't unload the objects that are taking those resources, like deactivate them with toggles or like stop triggers and stuff like that, they keep using resources even after you're past them. I'll show you an example of that later. Extended collision, yeah, I think it's that. Aren't particles also laggy? So surprisingly enough, particles are not too bad unless you... Well, particles are weird because it depends on the settings that you end up using for the particles. By themselves, they're not too laggy. Just like spawning particles and having them exist is not too bad. But the moment that you start adding like rotations and like movements and like fading effects, all of those like add up, and that's what ends up making the particles laggy. Okay, chat, let's try to lock in. This was really fun though. I do think that again, if it wasn't for some of the obstructing elements in the foreground, I think I would like the gameplay a lot more. But in terms of visuals, it's super nice. Definitely lacking a little bit in cohesion compared to like Out of Place. And that is saying a lot, but it's still very, very good. I think that the execution is like just a little bit not as good in my opinion, but it is still very, very good. Wait, okay, I think, does this level have LDM? Because I might need to go get the LDM. It is lagging a little bit too much. Can I do MMAT review break after? I don't know what that is. You know what that is, Wick?
No.
Well, you're the math person, so like, help.
I imagine that's like a level, probably. By the context it is said.
Like
maybe like a creator.
Okay.
Not relevant to mathematics.
Ah, I see, I see.
Not my field of expertise. To be fair, not like I even guess, but
that's not true. I think math is pretty much the closest we'll get to your field of expertise.
Yeah, closest to me being competent in something. That's fair. That's actually kind of real.
I wouldn't say competent. I would say like, okay, whatever. I think you're pretty competent at very many things.
It depends on who you ask. I think that's okay.
I will say, Chad, this has a very good LDM. Like, you can barely notice it. But it, like, does help a lot with the lag. Ooh, almost like that. I love hitboxes not being accurate.
I like this approach to LDM, where it doesn't like break visually. There's just less stuff. Honestly, it doesn't like mess with the composition that much.
Yeah. I'm really struggling with this gameplay in that part. How hard is this level? Is this like a medium? Oh, it's an easy demon. What the heck? Hopefully the next impressions going forward, I won't always need to use LDM. It would be nice, because I do want to showcase like the level in full detail, but at least I played it a couple times in practice mode, and so, you know, you get to see it in full detail a couple times before, you know. I do want to keep the completion of the level. I always try to beat the levels if I think I can beat them. Obviously if they're way too hard, I just do the first impressions with, you know, going into practice and like maybe doing some runs here and there, but you know, if it's way too hard for me, then I won't attempt it. Oh, okay, that transition is always rough. It always like makes me feel very unsettled. Logging in chat. No, I jumped. No. Ah, it's so sad. 91. I will say if there was something that I would change about the LDM is that I would actually just like chill a little bit on some of the glow / gradients, and then the shaders. I think that would help performance quite a lot. I don't know if this is an easy demon chat. That is the I am more in between medium demon in terms of the gameplay. But I don't know if it's because it's lagging so much that it's making it harder for me to read it, or if it's actually just that hard. That part is always very confusing. You always see me doing a different thing there because I still don't understand the proper way to time that jump. Whee! There we go. Yippee! This level was really fun. This level was super fun. I really like this level. Had to use the LDM, but you know, it's okay. we vibe.
Yeah, GG.
Damn, overall super nice level. Definitely adding it to my favorites of 2025. I really like it. Other houses loved, other houses I've true. Yeah. I can very much see why I got the legendary. Very, very cool level, very unique level. I really like the vibes of it. Love the song. Absolutely an amazing song. Yeah. I think I've said everything I have to say for the most part, at least for this level. We can move on into the next first impressions.
I have nothing to add either.
Yay!
It's a very, very cool level.
It is a very, very cool level. Actually, chat, I think I want to beat After Dark, which is not going to be a first impressions because you know. But after that, I think I'm actually gonna end stream. I know that I wanted to go for longer, but I just got news that I have like shit to do, so I probably should get around to doing that stuff. So let me beat this real quick so that y'all can have one final thing to look at, and then I'll be going. I should probably give it one more practice run. I think this is also like a easy to medium demon. I don't think it's too hard. Probably more medium demons than anything, but it is pretty fun. I like these rules a lot.
Sorry, I was quiet for a while. I wanted to unmute the streams and to listen to the song for a sec. And not have to listen to myself by accident.
I died at the last jump, Chad. Can't believe it. It's not even a hard jump. Okay, we'll do more first impressions another day, unfortunately. I know that like y'all probably have been wanting me to go check out the platformers, and I think we'll do a full platformers first impressions tomorrow. I think that'll be the vibe.
Wow. What kind of platformers are there?
From what I know, it's the winners of the Vibrant contest.
Oh, yeah. That was a thing.
Well, I don't know if the winners. There were just submissions for it. I actually don't know who won. But I've been told that some of the ones that we played were like in the top 10 or something. I don't know. As well as like another one that got rated legendary that I have no idea what it's gonna be about. So it'll be interesting. I have not seen any of these not legendaries, any of these platformers. So that'll be the next step, you know, doing all the oh my god, I'm tired. All the platformer. All the platformer first impressions. Also, it's been really cool seeing Ewap do this kind of design style. I feel like we haven't had too much of this. Like, I know people are like maybe now starting to get tired of seeing this because like there has been more, but for years, like, you know, this is essentially a style of design that like we've known how to do for years, but we just haven't done that much. Like even before like Cold Sweat was around, like the style of like effect design has been there, and it's only been like a couple of creators like doing stuff like this. So it's cool to see like more people doing it now in 2.2. Because effect design is kind of awesome. And we should have some new ideas into the mix.
Yeah, they made area triggers, which I think...
Game changer.
Kinda, yeah, for this style. And you know, silly shader poses.
I love shader abuse.
Also are a thing.
No, I died. And particles too. I think particles also go a long way. Honestly, the three biggest like
oh yeah, definitely.
The three biggest changes to 2.2 have been like the goats for this style. It's also what makes design levels so much more laggy than they used to. Like before, it used to be like art levels used to be really laggy, and design used to be like not that laggy. But now design levels are super laggy, and
yeah,
art
now
levels
we have art,
and art levels are like insanely optimized.
So we have optimized art levels, yeah.
Because
also, art creators are like crazy about optimization now. Actually, I don't know if they are still. I don't think as much so. In 2.2, that was like a late 2.1 thing.
Yeah, people really got obsessed with like optimizing stuff towards the end of 2.1. I think some of it is still around, but like it doesn't matter that much as long as your level doesn't lag. It doesn't need to be optimally optimized.
I haven't heard that sort of talk very much since the update drop.
Which is a good thing in my opinion. We just need optimization to the point that it makes things playable.
Yeah, I don't think that like it's better now that optimization is not something that you have to think about so much. The game is a bit better now, optimized.
Is that a June reference? I think so, yeah.
Good.
At least I thought so as well.
That's the Jvin, actually. If you noticed.
You can also look at it as a Jvin. Or JVN.
Maybe.
Or JVN, you know.
JVN.
JVN.
I like JVN.
JVN is kind of cool. Feels like an Italian name somehow. I don't know why.
JVN?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is Maddie still here?
Maddie, can you give us
an expert opinion?
Yeah,
no one closed. Immediate in chat. Thank you. Thank you for your input. Oh. Unfortunately, I don't know if you would like know since you're French. It's pretty far away.
Yeah, you're French, so like I don't know. I don't know if you're expert on Italians. You could be an expert in French people, though. I don't know why you would want to do that, but you could.
I could maybe take you as like an expert on German people, like if I, didn't know anyone, maybe. In some ways of the word.
really like this pulse right here. Pretty cool pulse. There you go, we beat it! Woohoo!
Let's go. She's so good at this game. What the hell?
What the heck? Hopefully this gets rated.
What's her deal?
Alright, chat, for today we're gonna leave it here. Thank you all so much for being around. Appreciate y'all. It's been really fun. It's been really funky. Gonna leave it here for today, but I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all enjoyed the first impressions and the gauntlet. We'll do more first impressions tomorrow for platformers. So if you want to see any of these 3 platformers and probably more, then stick around. It'll be really fun. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see y'all very soon. Bye-bye.